as you and I get older, I see the one mistake that we tend to make is getting two things mixed up. One is information. I'm waiting till I get the right level of information to actually make a start. And I don't think that that's actually correct. I think we've got enough information. In actual fact, I think there's too much information, never mind the misinformation, for us to get started. That's easily. Just type in fitness for over 40. Every influencer under the sun who's 20 something will tell you they know the answer. Every YouTuber will have some sort of workout that they'll say it's metabolically challenging, or just go to good old Dr. Google and they'll give you the answer. I think the biggest challenge that we make is within ourselves, and that's actually taking action. As they say, I can have so much information that I'm just paralyzed by it, I don't know where to start. Today's video, let's just talk about three things when it comes to us getting, let's call it terms, a little bit fitter as we get a bit older. So most of us in this day and age are still considered very sedentary. You might go to the gym once a day, but when you're spending 8 or 9 hours sitting on your butt behind a desk because that's what you need to do, or you might be a homemaker and you're fairly static within the house, you're getting some steps, but you're not really pushing yourself. And this is not to be derogatory to that, but you're still finding that we are still technically very sedentary. So number one thing I would say to you is set aside 10 minutes. We've talked about the 10-minute walk before. It can start there. A simple walk, let's say breakfast, lunch and dinner, 10 minutes after you've eaten, go for a walk around the block. You'll find it will help with aiding your digestion. You'll get outside, and then slowly but surely you'll pick up your steps. Now those 10 minutes collectively, that's 30 minutes. If you're at a nice clip, you're going to find you're going to get about 3,000 to 3,500 steps, because that's typically what I find I'm doing when I'm on the half an hour walk in the morning and then at night time with the dogs. It's a good start. Add that to whatever else you do in your day, and soon enough, if we're above the 6,000 to 7,000 steps, we're starting to get there. Because after all, everyone's telling you that your VO2 max and this zone 2 steady state cardio is the solution for you. Well, it's part of the solution. So number one, go and get your steps. Number two, let's call it the workout thing. No, you don't need to join a CrossFit box. You don't need to do Barry's boot camp. You don't need to go to some big box gym and get in the Zumba class and bounce around like a Muppet. You can simply do some basic workouts at home. It can be a strength training routine. It doesn't have to be 90 minutes, all balls to the wall, and you're sweating your ass off. It could be something as simple as this. 3 to 5 exercises, 3 to 5 reps, 3 to 5 sets. Exactly what I did yesterday here in the hotel whilst we're traveling. Now, yes, if I'm in the 3 to 5 area, then I want these to be challenging. Now, if you're a newbie and you're just starting, then you might find that those 3 to 5 full range push-ups that are not on your knees is going to be enough to challenge you. Those 3 to 5 air squats, slowly going down, pausing at the bottom, and yeah, feel free to go below parallel, get the ass to the grass and get back up under your own steam. Those 3 to 5 reps might be enough. And then you might try something else. You might be bent over. You may well, if you're traveling, for example, you might want to do like a bent over row with the suitcase, or what we also call is the suitcase carry. So pick it up in one hand, don't use the wheels, walk at 5, 10, 15 meters in one direction, turn around and walk back in the other hand. And there you go. You've got your suitcase carry. Do that 3 to 5 times, add the other 2, and you've got your own little 3 to 5 workout. Now the next thing is the food thing. Intermittent fasting, diet hopping, keto, paleo, vegan, pescatarian, carnivore, whatever it is. Well, let's just focus on this. As we get older, there are probably 2 main things that I think we should benefit from. There's a stack of research out there about that, but it is this. We do need to prioritize protein. When we do that, and we put a preference towards that, yes, it will help us start to build the muscle that we need that is critical to us as we're getting older. Because if we've lived a sedentary life, we're probably finding that we're at risk of what we call is sarcopenia, or not having enough muscle or muscle wastage. And cast that forward, there's nothing worse than having not enough that if you fall, you can't pick yourself up. So first of all, I'd say prioritize your protein. Make it the first thing on your plate that you eat. Sure, you can have your carbs and you can have your salads and bits and pieces, but do them later because the protein is the one thing that's going to benefit you in the long run. Other than that, yeah, next one for me is fiber. So yes, this is where your green leafy vegetables and stuff will come in, and your fruits also too. Okay, you don't necessarily have to worry about your carbohydrates. You're going to get some of them anyway when you do eat all this stuff. So if there are 3 things for us to start to, then try those. Get our steps in, try a little 3 to 5 workout, and then the other thing is keep the food simple. It doesn't have to be rocket science. This is not MasterChef. This is about you and I just doing the basics so that we can start today and start to take some action. Now, if you want to know a little bit more, hey, my name is Don McStraw. Yes, I'm an old bastard. I'm a personal trainer, and I tend to work, as you can see, that's the hotel room. Not so great. Didn't do my bed this morning, but I work with an older population group of people, and the big thing for me is what I simply call the midlife muscle project. We're trying to put on muscle. No, we're not getting jacked. We're not getting on the Olympia stage in a skimpy bikini. That is not going to happen unless you are a genetic freak. But what is going to happen, if you're going to work with me, we're going to do some strength training. We will get stronger. And eventually that will lead us to living longer and perhaps a better quality life. So try those 3 things today. Let us know how you go. You want some more. I simply want you to comment below the word sidelines, because in my view, that's the biggest problem that we are facing, is we're spending too much time sitting on the sidelines and not enough time taking action.